Hi, friends. After a little gap, we are once again here to discuss few interesting questions from the Bible and find out answer. Well, as you saw the thumbnail, we are going to say, "Are we living in the last days?" Welcome all to the channel. Bible study with Matthew. Friends, we will see three questions from part two, two parts of this, segment. These are the questions. What events in our time were foretold in the Bible? What are the events already predicted or prophecy as a prophecy you can see in the Bible? Well, what does God's word say people would be like in the last days? What the characteristics of the behavior, the personality of the people? So, what does the Bible says about that? Regarding the last days, what good things does the Bible foretell? Well, these are the three questions you'll get answer after watching this two-part videos. Well, first we'll see what events in our time were foretold in the Bible. Okay, so first let's think about this question: where can we learn about the future? So see in I system information technology time you'll get a lot of information in the Google or different web search engines, well, right, and so many books available, right, but every information is about the past and the present, right? So there is a very less book is talking about the future, but there also, when you compare the predictions, 100% accuracy, you won't find it anywhere, right? But what about Bible? Okay, what Bible is talking about the future? Let's read James chapter 4:14 reads, whereas you do not know what your life will be like tomorrow, for you are the mist that appears for a little while and then disappears. It's exactly true, right? This is the human life on earth right now. Let's read Isaiah 46:10, what it says. From the beginning I foretell the outcome, and from the long ago the things that have not yet been done. I say my decision will stand and I will do whatever I please. Well, here the sovereign God, Jehovah, what Jehovah saying, well, future belongs to me. Whatever I want, I can do that is what the Bible is confirming. So it means what? We can look, so Bible, who is the writer? We can say God, Jehovah, inspired humans. So Bible is not only talking about the past, what happened, present, what's happening. Well, it's also talking about what's going to happen in future. So in our this series itself, we already discussed about Daniel prophecies and different world power. That exactly all that happened as it is foretold in the Bible, isn't it, friends? Well, I hope you got the question. Where can we learn about the future? Of course, from the Bible. Next question: what question did the disciple ask Jesus, and how did he reply? Of course, Jesus' disciple also just like us. They also got a question just like you and me, and they asked. Let's see, Luke chapter 4:43. But he said to them, I must also declare the good news of the kingdom of God to other cities, because of for this I was sent. Okay. He said this is to the disciple. Then Matthew 24:3 says, while he was sitting on the Mount of Olives, the disciples approached him privately and saying, tell us, when will these things be? And what will be the sign of the presence and the conclusion of the system of things? Well, so the question is very clear. They are asking about the when is the last days, okay, conclusion of system of things, and when your presence will happen, right? That was a clear question. Let's read Matthew 24:36. What Jesus replied. He said, concerning that day and our hour, nobody knows. neither the angels of the heavens nor the Son, but only the Father. Okay, so he clearly confirming that God Jehovah only knows that, even Son of God Jesus Christ or any angels in the heaven also not sure about the exact time and hour. So was his answer. Well, now we have to, before get into are we living the last days, there is a important one incident that is directly related to the last days. Well, we can call it as a war in heaven. Okay, what it is. For that, you have to read Daniel chapter 7, 13 to 14. It reads, I kept watching in the vision of the light, and look, with the clouds of the heaven, someone like a son of man was coming, and he gained access to the ancient of days. And they brought him up close before that one, and him they were given rulership, honor, and the kingdom, that the peoples, nations, and languages groups should all serve him. His rulership is an everlasting rulership that will not pass away, and his kingdom will not be destroyed. See, this is the prophecy. You can read it in the Daniel chapter 7. Well, but Revelation is talking about its occurrence. Okay, so let's read Revelation 12:7 reads, and war broke out in heaven. Michael and his angels battled with the dragon, and the dragon and its angels battled. Let's read 9. So down the great dragon was hurled, the original serpent, the one called devil and Satan, who is misleading the entire inhabited earth. He was hurled down to the earth, and his angels were hurled down with him. And 12 reads, on this account be glad, you heavens, you who reside in them. Woe for the earth and for the sea, because the devil has come down to you, having great anger, knowing that he has a short period of time. Well, friends, according to the Revelation told, what was to the result of the war in heaven? So Daniel, so you saw that, Revelation chapter 12:7, there is a Michael. Here Michael is nothing but Jesus Christ and his angels had a war against the demons, Satan, the devil, and the demons. Well, as a result, what happened? He cast out from the heaven, and he no more can enter or interfere in the heavenly matters. Well, but what's happening for his activities restricted to earth? As a result, earth conditions become more miserable, and the inhabitants of earth, let's read all once again. The B part, because for the earth and for the sea, because the devil has come down to you, having great anger, knowing that he has a short period of time. Well, for earthly inhabitants, well, it's not a good news at all. That is what we can understand. Let's get into more details. 2 Timothy 3:1 says, but know this, that in the last days critical times hard to deal with will be there. So as you noticed, devil's activities restricted to earth. He knows he got a very little time. He is misleading the worldly power as well as the people, and doing the most wicked things on earth. Well, that is what these incidents we have to keep in our mind. Then now we are going to see, well, this is already happened. World incidents as well as everything showing that Jesus Christ already started ruling on heaven. As a result, he cast out the devil and demons from heaven. Well, but his rulership didn't begin on earth. Well, so devil and Satan is not still very active on earth. As a result, human's life is very miserable here. Right now, just see major developments of the last days. What kind of, how we can say that the days we are living, is clearly showing as all features or characteristics is in line with whatever Bible said. So we can say that we are living in the last days. So just find out this question: how are Jesus' words about the wars and food shortage being fulfilled today? So there are certain conditions Jesus Christ told to disciple. Well, the last days how it will be on earth. For that, two points he said. Well, there will be, worst war as well as food shortage. Let's get into, first point. Nation will rise against the nation and the kingdom against the kingdom. Where you can read it, Matthew chapter 24:7 reads, for nation will rise against the nation and kingdom against the kingdom. There will be food shortage and the earthquake in one place or place after another. Well, friends, first, if you're talking about war, you know that now also, the Russia-Ukraine war is going on. As a result, world economy, how people suffering around the globe. No need to give more information about that. We all know that. Well, about the food shortage, you can say, see, look at this. This is from the Pakistan. Well, people are chasing a truck for a packet of, wheat powder, right? So, so this is also the scenario. Now, also you can see, well, see, look at this report from. Let me read it for you. Over a billion people have to live in an income of $1 or less a day, and the World Health Organization estimates that malnutrition plays a major role in the deaths of more than 5 million children each year. So this is the data. Well, about the war, you can say a report from the World Watch Institute states three times as many people fell victim to war in 20th century as in all the wars from the first century AD to 1899. So 100 people, billion people have died as a result of war since 1914. So it's so all these data shows, well, as Jesus said, the last days how it will be. Well, we can say we are living in last days. Let's get into more details. Like there will be great earthquake. Let's read Luke 21 to 11 reads, there will be great earthquakes, and in one place after another, food shortage and pestilences, there will be fearful sights and from heaven great things. Okay, so the according to the U.S. Geological Survey, 19 major earthquake average of 19 major earthquakes are expected every year. So now also you can see the Turkey and Syria also suffering due to the earthquake, right? 2 million lives claimed, since 1900 due to the earthquake. What about the pestilences? Well, you know that news about the corona. Now also China is suffering the corona due to the corona and all, right? Friends, so what do you think? And still now in the next video, we will see the people of the last days, how their characteristics and the positive development of last days. Well, what you and me is supposed to expected to do, what Bible says. So all these details we'll see in next part. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Well, we have covered war in heaven details as well as major development of the last days, what Jesus said, what kind of question disciple asked to Jesus as a reply, what Jesus replied for that, and what he gave more information, how it's relevant in our times. So stay tuned for more information. See you all, friends. Take care.